Hey, what's going on?
Hey, I just joined from my phone while my computer's updating. Sorry.
It's all good, my man. Things happen. I can hear you okay. I just can't see you yet.
Oh, let me. I'm not sure why my camera's not on. Oh, here
It's
we
all
go.
good. At the bottom. Oh, there he goes. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. How are you
Hey,
feeling?
good. How are you?
Good, brother. So today's all about you, man. I just want to get a better indication really on where you're at with your online fitness business, maybe some areas you want to get to that are maybe causing some problems. And from there, I can provide some resources and some clarification. Is that cool?
Yeah,
All right, my
sure.
man. Take it away. Where are we currently at?
I started just sharing content on social media about 9 months ago, sharing my personal um, programming, workouts, and stuff, and just trying to gain traction on social media. People started asking me like questions and stuff, and interested in what I'm doing, and kind of just need to know, how to get started, how to get the first client,
Yeah,
how to
100%.
sign them up. Yeah.
Cool. So are you right now, are you doing any like in-person training? Did you already start your coaching business, or what are we currently doing?
I don't have any clients personally.
Okay. What do you do? Like, what's your day-to-day job? Like, what do you do full time?
I am a CPA, and then I also own a countertop business, like granite stone countertops.
Okay, cool. So would this be something that's just going to be like secondary source of income, or are we looking to eventually transition out and go coaching full time? What
Uh,
does that look like?
yeah, I mean, this is my passion. This has always been my passion, and I'd like to, I know how to be successful and make money, but now I want to transition into doing it in what I love. This is what I want to do. It's not going to be a immediate transition to full time, but that's my goal.
So eventually start reducing out the hours you're working at your current positions, and then putting more emphasis on your actual coaching. Is that correct?
Yes.
Cool. Love that, man. Now, outside of that, outside of like the self-fulfillment and things of that nature, why else are we here? Are we also looking for more freedom, more ability to travel? Like what else are we looking for?
Yeah. I mean, owning the business I own, it's, I have to be there all the time. I can't travel. I feel like I'm missing my kids growing up,
How many
so
kiddos do you
more
have?
freedom. Two kids, one's 5 and one's 2.
Okay. Love that, man. I'm a dad of 5, so I know all
Oh,
about the
nice. You got your hands full.
freedom. Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally get that. Oh yeah, it's never a dull moment over here, man. They're ripping and running right now in the background, so hopefully you can't hear them. I got the door shut. They're moving.
Yeah,
Outside of that,
you're
like,
all good.
do you have an ideal type? Do you have an ideal type of client that you want to work with, or is there a specific niche that you're looking to do?
Yeah, like I've been doing the functional fitness CrossFit thing for years. My kind of ideal client would be the everyday functional fitness athlete, the working moms and dads that only have a hour or two a day to get in a workout and, you know, like the functional fitness stuff.
I like it. And so right now, you said your biggest challenge is just knowing where to start, how to get these things, how to market for it on the online platform. Is that correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
What do you feel like you would need? Like, what's your learning style? Do you like someone that's direct? Do you need more structure? Are you looking for a step-by-step game plan? Run that down for me.
Yeah. Like a game plan, how to, you know, I know how to set up a business, and I know how to, my wife's in marketing, all that business entity and all the marketing stuff is not a problem. It's just like, how do you reach out to your target audience, and how do you get their attention and get them to want to sign up with you or come on with you?
So like lead generation and client fulfillment mainly, correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we know you got this dope business that you created, like you and your wife created, which is awesome. We know that you want to start transitioning more to that passion of health and fitness. What do you want your next 4 to 6 months of your life to look like different than where it's currently at?
In the next 4 to 6 months, I mean, I'd love to dive into this, completely, and I want to have a community of online clients that I'm coaching, at least, have a few on board.
Absolutely. So overall financial goals, right? You're making some good money because you have your own business. What are we looking to, if we were looking to coach full time, what do we need to replace your current income with?
I mean, it has to be in 6 figures for sure.
Cool. So give you
For
some
me
time
to transition out into,
Yeah,
to do this full time, to still support my family,
Yeah, 100%. So give you some context behind that. Industry averages on the low end, $250 a month up to $500 for coaching services. Now, if we're talking about more Zoom and Loom recordings and additional type of incentives, it's going to be upper, even higher than that, right? So I'm just kind of giving the averages. So if you had 25 clients and the average package point is, let's just say, around $400, that gets you that 10K a month, which is now we're in that 6 figures, 120K a year. Once we're hitting 10K on a consistent basis, then we can start looking into ascending more to that mastery level. And that's where we're going to start talking about running ads, bring on, other employees to like do the day-to-day monotonous things that you don't want to do. So you can be focused more on like that, client retention and building and things of that nature. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
So best case scenario, now we know the averages. Best case scenario, where would you like to, how big do you and your wife want to make this thing?
I mean, as big as it can get, I could take on whatever, and I want to go as big as I can go.
So sky's the limit, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. So let me ask you this. So now we're hitting our goal. Hypothetically, we're hitting our goal. We're hitting like 8 to 10K on a regular basis. Then we eventually start getting that 12 to 15K a mark. We're making really good money. You have more time with your kiddos, right? You're living your passion. What does the next 6 to 12 months of your life look like after that?
I'm not sure.
Like, what do you think it would feel like to be able to hit those goals? Like, how would your quality of living be different than maybe where it is now after making that type of money and doing the things that you really want to do?
Yeah, I mean, my stress level will be way down. I'd finally be doing what I love to do for a living, which, I've always wanted to do this, but I never knew how to make money doing it.
So now we're about to make that happen for you. Do you have any certifications or anything?
I used to be a certified personal trainer, but I let it lapse. Next month, I'm getting my USAW level 1 weightlifting cert, and then I'll start working on my CrossFit level 1. But I'm open to, whatever the online coaching certification too.
Yeah, we do offer an optional certification at no additional charge, but it's equal parts fitness, equal parts nutrition. So for a guy like you, it's going to be just some kind of like redundant foundational stuff, but it's really good to have. It goes over equal parts fitness, equal parts nutrition. So more like building a healthy plate, intuitive eating, macro-based things, foods that reduce inflammation, and then workout side of things, programming, program design, programming variables, the art of coaching, stuff like that. The test itself, pretty simple, 77 questions long, got to get an 80% or better, open book, not timed. And once you pass, you get an email sent directly to you.
Is that through NASM or something else?
So it just gives people a little bit more feeling like more qualified as they start their business. No, but NASM, ACE, and ISSA are supporters of our program, so they view us as continuing education credits. So if you had one of those, they're viewing us as a reputable continuing education.
Okay, gotcha.
So that'd be something nice to have along with, obviously I'm going to always tell people as a coach, always get continuing education. Like you want to be a master at what you do, right? But that does solidify you, make you feel like a little bit more qualified. Any questions on that so far?
No.
Cool, man. Next what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. We'll go over a high level what we have to offer. Then we'll deep dive into our actual modules so you can see exactly how I'm going to get you to start working your passion. Cool?
Okay, cool.
All right. Let me know when you can see my screen.
Yep.
All right. So as you know, we're the Next Level Coaching Academy. We're also accredited through the Better Business Bureau. So we got a rating of an A out of a possible A+. And we're also backed by 3 of those large certification companies in the world. ACE, NASM, and ISSA. Now on the success ladder, we're going to have 2 tiers. We're going to have the 10K accelerator. We're going to have mastery level coach. So 10K accelerator is great for an individual such as yourself who's looking to try to create an online platform, really generate some good money initially, gets us from 0 to 10K in the first 4 months. Once we're hitting 10K a month on a consistent basis, then we can ascend to mastery level. And that's where we're going to that sky's the limit. That's where we're talking about management, bringing on hot individuals, things of that nature to make sure. Oh, so you got joined in. Hold on.
All right. Trying to get on my computer here.
Yeah, no problem, brother. Let's see here. I think it's loading up for you.
Progress.
All right, now we're good. All right, let's go back to sharing my screen. Now that mastery level is really going to be, again, once you're hitting that 10K a month on a consistent basis, then we can always look into becoming more of that CEO. We're trying to hit that 100K months, right? So we're going to teach you how to lead leaders essentially, and you become more of that CEO, and everyone else kind of does the day-to-day monotonous work for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, our first program is really broken down into 4 phases. The first thing we want to do is we want to get you some paying clients. Then we'll establish a solid business foundation. We're going to teach you how to generate leads organically so we can maximize our overall reach. And we'll develop sales and client retention strategies to help you reach, sustain, and surpass 10K. Now, on the support side of things, it's second to none. You're going to have an assigned one-on-one coach the entire duration. This is an individual who's completed both 10K and mastery level. So they have a 6 or 7 figure business of their own built off the information in this course. You'd have a customized game plan to call with that individual to review where you're at, where you want to be in the most efficient way to get there. And then every 2 weeks, you're going to have one-on-one coaching calls to revisit the game plan, make changes, receive feedback, and then get very specific instructions on what you need to execute for the upcoming weeks. Now, once you're hitting about 2 to 3 Zoom calls per week on average, and you complete the sales module, we're going to introduce you to your own private sales coach. This is going to be an individual to help maximize your return of investment, help you close down those leads at a 40% clip or greater. And then you'll also have bi-weekly roster group coaching calls, along with 5 times a week of group support calls that accommodate your current 9 to 5. These would go over client objection handling, client delivery, lead generation, marketing, mindset, even case studies. Then you'll have 24/5 tech support with your coach as well. So outside of those game planning calls, you can text your coach as much as you like. They're contractually obligated to answer all of your questions. Now, as you know, you run your own business. Being an entrepreneur is exciting, but it gets overwhelming at times, right? A lot of stress.
Yeah.
So created what we call the Zenpreneur method. We help with weekly mindset calls, breath work, meditation sessions, just to ensure you're always in a good headspace to move forward with your business. As far as the resources go, you're going to have the course curriculum. You'll have that Zenpreneur method we got done discussing. This will be a game changer for you. We have done for you programming as well. So you can literally just walk in. Let's say, for instance, maybe back squat's not ideal for a certain client. There's different drop-down menus that you can, implement a different movement, but it saves you hours of time programming.
Okay.
And then we'll also give you agency outsourcing options when you're ready to make specific changes or enhancements. Then we do offer that optional certification at no additional charge. Any questions on that?
I don't think so.
All right. This is the secret sauce on to get you that 10K. 4 phases. Act first. What's that mean? We're going to launch our business. We're going to announce to the world who we are and what we're about, but we're going to implement specific strategies to get your first couple clients. From there, we'll set up all of your back-end systems. We'll make sure you're a full legal company. And then based upon the problems that you solve for individuals, we'll create our offer and pricing around this. So I'm assuming some of this is probably already done for you because you probably already have your LLC, things of that nature. Do you have anything that you're doing as far as like payment processing yet online? Or is that something you need help
No.
with? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't have any of that yet.
Cool, no problems there. Phase 3, developing consistency. We're going to teach you organic marketing strategies to save you time and money to expand your reach. We'll also teach you how to generate leads with our community lead generation method, which is WhatsApp groups. So it's really big for creating community. And then we'll also teach you basic sales funnel creations to close down deals more efficiently. Phase 4 is like the fine tuning of everything. We're going to maximize your sales skills. We're going to make sure we have consistent client delivery systems, but we're going to emphasize customer support and client retention to keep people happy for longer periods of time, advance into higher levels of your programming. Any questions on the 4 phases?
No, sir.
All right, making my job easy, my man. I like you. All right, there's going to be a total of 32 modules. Each module will have an overview link. It'll also be associated with videos. The link in the videos are tutorial style, so those tell you step by step on how to do each and every one of these things. Okay. First, becoming a full-time coach. As mentioned, we're going to implement some strategies right out the gate. And then a lot of the resources that we give you are already done for you as well. So it maximizes our overall time. As far as the directory, I want you to view this as onboarding material that'll help you become a better student. It really shows you how to maximize the program to its fullest capacities. The roadmap we've broken down into 2 phases. What do we need to do to get from 0 to 5K? Then what do we need to do to get to 5 to 10? Okay, so you'll always know exactly what's expected of you. Based upon your specific goals, let's say, for instance, you want to get 60K a month. Based upon our goals, we want to create lifestyle habits, daily and evening, to ensure we're on that right space. And then no matter if you're a 6, 7-figure earner, you're going to go through some type of mindset issues down the road. If you're a failure, imposter syndrome, anxiety, all natural, normal feelings, but we'll teach you how to move forward with that to continue with our business. As far as the top 10 struggles you'll face as a fitness entrepreneur, it'll be a little bit different than what you face as an own business owner. So we give you all the top 10 struggles, but we also provide solutions behind each and every one of these. Now, administration systems and ChatGPT is where things get a little bit interesting. Have you ever utilized ChatGPT yet?
No, I've heard about it, but I haven't utilized it yet.
Yeah, it's like Google on steroids. It's like a high-powered virtual assistant, but we use this to create SOPs, content creation ideas, and it's even really good for programming and nutrition as well. So you can literally go into ChatGPT. You could say, write me a 3-day-a-week workout for a man 35 to 50 that wants to lose weight, body weight movements, and then within seconds, it just charts out something for you. And you can always look at this that fast, and way more efficient. You could use it for social media. You could say, hey, write me a funny story about dad bods trying to, be more healthier. They'll write a funny caption, and then you just plug that into your social media. It's crazy how it works. Okay. Now, back-end systems, we'll show you how to set up waiver Stripe for payments, DocuSign for client agreements, Typeform and Calendly to book and apply calls for you. And we also utilize Trainerize or True Coach to upload all of your programming, all of your nutrition into one spot for your clients to make it more convenient for them. Same thing for your financial system. I think you have probably a lot of these artists. What's that?
Do you provide like all the waivers and the DocuSign templates and that kind of thing?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
As far as on your DocuSign, you'll just plug and play with like your own, LLC name or whatever it is, or maybe you already have your LLC. You can always use a DBA as well if you want to do something a little bit different. Same thing for your financial systems. I'm sure you already have your LLC set up, but kind of a cool feature. If you set up your LLC the traditional way, it takes roughly like 2 to 3 weeks to get things kind of rolling. We're partnered with an AI company. All of your business logistics can be done within 2 to 3 minutes. And it's backed by a lawyer as well. So more efficiency. So I think you probably already have your EIN and all that stuff, correct?
Not for this business, no.
So I'm saying you could use your current LLC. You could just use a DBA, so you don't have to go file another LLC. So that'll save you some time. We'll talk about when to open up a business, a bank account, so you can really track what's coming in and out of your business. And then we'll also talk about when to pay yourself, how to pay your quarterly taxes, business liability, health insurance, things of that nature as well. This is also a tax write-off as well. So we teach you all the business logistics on this as well. Target setting, we're going to create your 3-year vision, your 1-year vision, your 3-month vision. We'll deep dive into your specific goals. And then we're going to move into identifying your ideal challenge or what problems you solve for individuals. Based upon that, we can then create our offer and pricing. So this is going to be a more do it for you, do it with you, or do it yourself program. The more that you do for individuals, the higher the ticket offer, which will be established upon your length of terms. So we help the structure of your pricing.
Okay.
From there, we'll move into organic marketing. We're going to show you how to do 1 hour's worth of work utilizing an AI software, get 14 different pieces of content created out of that. So essentially you're doing one thing and it splices it up. So that way you can download a ton of different features. Okay. We'll also show you how to expand your reach, setting up podcasts and YouTube. We want people to know who you are and what you're about and the message that you're trying to convey. And then we'll show you how to market for all things Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So it's more than just randomly posting. It's very specific strategies and processes in here as well. So all things Instagram related. We'll show you how to maximize all things Facebook, all the way down to the hashtag use, how to maximize Reels, how to track data analytics. And we'll even show you how to maximize all things TikTok related as well to expand that client engagement. As far as content creation made easy, this is going to be really good. Do you use Canva or Microsoft Designer for your personal business yet?
No, my wife does.
Okay, so she's going to be a master at this. This is just a really cool editing feature to make your page more aesthetically pleasing. Essentially, we want you to think of your social media as like a storefront. So if you and your wife are out shopping, something attracts your eye in a window, it makes you want to go in. Same principle here. We want people to be going by your social media and be like, damn, what's he got going on over there? I need to click on his page. So we want to lure people in based on organization, page aesthetics, things of that nature. 10K lead framework, there's 3 different ways we do this. The first of which is what we call earned media. This is essentially inbound marketing, people raising their hand and wanting to reach out to you first. The first thing we're going to do is show you how to set up a community. So WhatsApp group is a phenomenal application that not too many people are utilizing. But what it allows us to do is A, set up a group. B, we're going to show you who to market to and see like how it's going to benefit your business. And then from there, we're going to give you specific strategies to get people coming in the door. Okay, so cross-pollination, free resources everybody loves. Hey, click here for a 5-day free workout or workout of the day program. This is a huge one, scholarship strategy. It brings a ton of people in the door. And the ones that don't win, you can incentivize them by saying, hey, you didn't win the scholarship. However, because you did apply, you're going to get 10% off if you want to, follow up and attend my program. Easy way to get people in the door. Now, the opposite of that is what we call conversation to calls, which is essentially outbound marketing. It's you reaching out to individuals first. So think about your local community. If you're really well known, example, I'm partnered with a local supplement company out here. I have all my clients utilizing specific supplementation. That supplement company gives me 30 referrals a month plus discounts because I'm supporting their business. So I have really warm leads at all points in times. And that also minimizes me having to do so much DMing. Now, my wife is also in healthcare, so I'll do free seminars, conversations, and I'll get 15 referrals every time I go do a seminar. And it's literally 20 minutes of my time. That's it. So thinking about that, maximize your local community. But then when you do go to the DMs, we're going to give you specific scripts. We'll give you conversation to call examples, but more importantly, we're actually going to show you where to find all these leads on all 3 platforms, how to build and nurture these relationships, how to have those more intimate one-on-one conversations. And now that they're set up in that WhatsApp group, they're engaging with people that are already working with you. So by the time they get on that sales call, they have a better indication on who you are and what you're about, the testimonials that you can provide. So it's a much more warmer lead. From there, we're going to move into referrals. It's probably the easiest way to grow your business. Friends, families, coworkers, talking about how amazing you are. We'll give you strategies and show you how to incentivize them to bring you more referrals without actually having to ask. And then if you're going to be an entrepreneur, which you already know, you've got to be great at sales. So we're going to show you how to maximize your sales capabilities to set up 2 types of phone calls. The first of which is what we call, let me go back. The first of which is what we call the meet and greet. It's like a screening call. It's like a 10 to 15 minute phone call to figure out, do I really want to work with this individual? Can I actually solve their problem? That next one will come into the closing call. We're trying to lock them down as an actual client. So we'll give you specific scripts, give you our entire objection handling web. We'll teach you how to create downsells and discounts, but this will be massive for you, creating financing options for people who normally couldn't afford it, and then how to lock down that lead once and for all. Once we lock down that lead, we want to go back and we want to track all this. We want to track how many calls were booked, how many showed, and how many closed at and at what length of term. So we'll give you our resources on how to track this more efficiently. Then objection handling, it's going to be all the excuses people give you to why they can't start your program. So we give you over 30 different examples that you're going to hear most frequently on the online space. The more we can familiarize ourselves with this, the easier it is to overcome those objections on that sales call. Client onboarding, probably the most overlooked area by most coaches and trainers. This is someone's first 30 days in your program. So this will make or break if someone wants to continue with you. So all those things that we promised to get them as a client, now we need to fulfill that. So standards, expectations, when check-ins are, things of that nature, getting them a resource in their hand within that first 24 to 48 hours while you're building out their program, really trying to establish some trust and keep them busy. Client delivery is the fun stuff, week-to-week process and how you're delivering services, but we teach you how to do this more efficiently utilizing ChatGPT and AI. And then no matter how good of a coach you are, this is going to happen to you. Someone's going to ghost you. Someone's going to quit. Someone's not going to listen. It's inevitable. But sometimes there's a reason behind why they're doing this. Some of them want a larger community feel. Some of them want more individualized touch points with you. Some want challenges, and some want to be incentivized to do what's already expected of them. So we'll give you different strategies and resources to implement to get them to execute at a higher level on a more consistent basis. And then from there, we're going to go to customer support, how we deal with refund requests, cancellations, how do we mitigate it, how do we track it. If done the correct way, this will lead to a lot of referrals. And then lastly, client retention. We want to keep people happy for longer periods of time, but we want to advance into higher levels of your programming. So we'll give you strategies behind that and also how to track it. Quick recap and we'll answer all of your questions. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, the program itself is 4 months long. You're going to have your customized game planning call with your coach. You'll have a one-on-one coach all 4 months. You'll have one-on-one coaching calls every 2 weeks. You're going to have a sales coach as well. You have the Facebook community and CEO trainings. 5 times a week of group support calls, 24/5 tech support, done for you programming, an optional certification, and a business course curriculum. Is there anything you feel like we're missing?
I don't think so. It's 4 months program.
Correct. Yep.
And then you move into the master coach program after that, or what?
Yep. So that's what the goal is, right? So our goal is to hopefully you're like hitting right around 8 to 10K a month on a regular basis, so you can eventually ascend. Because it sounds like your goal is you want to make this thing as big as possible, right? We want to surpass what we're currently doing. So that would be the goal. So sometimes it can take as little as 4 months. It depends on how much time you can dictate. So I tell you this, if you can dictate 10 to 20 hours per week, you're in a solid spot. If you can dictate anything over 20 hours, you're in a great spot.
Yeah.
Do you think you could dictate at least 10 to 20 hours per week?
Yeah.
Cool. I like it. Now, also, when you're going through those modules, let me give you some context on this. I kind of want to show you this. I apologize, I didn't do this earlier. I want to show you something. Let's just pretend we were getting into setting up your administration systems. If you click on these overview links right here, I just wanted you to get a feel for what this looks like. So this will cover the entire module right here, step by step. So you'll know exactly what to do. Okay. So if you're someone that kind of learns better from reading, me, I'm a visual person. So I'll watch the videos first and then read. It makes more sense for me. And then if you go to the actual video, let's just say you're going to set up waive for payment, you'll click on this, and this is how easy it is to follow. So it literally goes step by, it's kind of dummy proof is what I call it. If I can do it, I know anybody can. So all right. Any other questions you got so far?
So all of the, I guess the technology and everything is through you guys. Do people have their own websites, and or is it all through social media, or how does it work?
Yeah, so we'll first start off utilizing your social media. Like everything that we're trying to do first initially, because the majority of individuals, they're coming in completely like brand new to this. So we want to make sure we're not having them come out of really pocket for anything. If you're talking about outside of cost, outside of the program of what it costs, you're maybe looking at maybe $50 to $100 total. And that's maybe for DocuSign, and maybe if you're running like a Trainerizer or a True Coach, and that's in totality. I think if you're using ChatGPT 4, which is like the newest, best version, that's probably $20 a month, and it is extremely worth it. It's super smart. So I would definitely do that. I tell people too, if you're brand new, you don't necessarily need to have a Trainerizer or a True Coach right out the gate. You can actually use Google Sheets. And then once you get into about 20 to 25 clients, then you can always upgrade and use that. But I always tell people, what's the point of purchasing an application if there's only one person utilizing it, right? And that's a really good upsell, because I could say, like, say for instance, I'm training you, like, hey, my man, super excited that you've been with me for 6 months. I've actually added another feature at no additional charge for you, but now I'm going to invite you over to this True Coach. Is going to allow us to really engage one-on-one online. I'll be able to track when you're checking your workouts. You'll be able to see weeklies, your weekly workouts as well. It's going to be more convenient for you. That's going to get
what was the other one? True Coach, and what was the other one? Trainerize.
Yep. And those are cool because you can actually customize the video. So they'll have like workout libraries as well. But if you want to like customize the video so it's you doing the movements, so that way your clients are seeing everything is very brand specific, that's really cool. Another feature of True Coach is other individuals in True Coach can actually see you. So it's a really easy free marketing ploy. So other individuals could be seeing your profile and be like, oh shit, I didn't know he's got that going on over there. And then they'll start reaching out. And then for your current clients, you can you're eligible for like discounts on like clothing or apparel or different stuff like that as well. So it's a really great marketing feature as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'll talk to you as well about like when to like start your own web page and things of that nature. You won't need to do that like right off the gate.
Yeah. Okay. What is the cost for the program?
Yeah, let's talk about that. We're getting real close to that. Did you get a chance to check out any testimonials?
Yeah, I looked at some. Yeah.
Cool. Now, I did want to share this. We are about to move into the cost. I did want to share the averages because a lot of companies will not share what the basic individual is doing. So 73% of our students that their client in month one, on average, takes them 1 week to do it. Cool statistic about this. The individuals that sign their client in month one, by the end of month 4, are averaging over 8K per month. The individuals that don't sign their client in month 1, but by the end of month 4, are averaging over 6,500. So just to be a basic, mediocre individual with no experience, you could expect to make anywhere between 6,500 to 8K, which is really good for someone kind of just being in the middle of the road. This is really cool. I think this will appeal to you. The students who stay with us 12 months have 97 clients on their roster on average. Those individuals with 97 clients are averaging $366,000 per year. So they're getting some pretty massive results for their respectable businesses. And then our students are grading the program of 4.6 out of 5. Any questions on the averages?
I don't think so. That's the average, not like the high side.
Yeah, that's just the basic individual. So not top of the line, not bottom of the barrel, just that mediocre individual. So just doing the basic amount of work. Now, did you get a chance to hear about on those videos the 3 times your investment guarantee?
Yeah, I saw that, and then all the stipulations you got to go through.
Yep, correct. So the stipulations, just as a recap, pretty standard. A 10-year game planning call, which is pretty basic. A $10 one-on-one coaching calls, which is only 2 per month. 1 group support call each week. Charged at least $250 per services or more, which I'd hope you'd be charging more, right? We're trying to make some money off of this. Run a scholarship within the first 90 days. Don't spend longer than 2 weeks on your optional certification, and no late payments. You do all that, show up, use our resources and our support. We guarantee you'll 3 times what you invest in, or 100% refund. So essentially, there's 0 risk. Worst case scenario, you do everything you're supposed to. You don't make it, you get your money back. Cool?
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
What's this thing going to cost us, man? Only $100,000 left kidney. No, there's a payment plan of $7,300 and a paid in full option of $6,500 that saves you $800. Out of those 2, which do you think works best for you?
I don't know. What's the payment plan terms?
So the payment plan would be, we put down a down payment, we spread the rest out over 4 months. Paid in full just means just pay the whole thing up front, save that $800.
Yeah. Either way, I'd have to think about that.
Cool. So let's talk about that. So let's talk about if you don't want to use any like extended payment plans for financing options. We have that as well. But if you weren't, the average individual will put down about $2,300 toward that payment plan. They'll take your remaining amount to $5,000, spread that over 4 months. It's just over about $1,250 per month, which is equivalent to you needing 3 to 5 clients. Okay. So is that something you feel like would be realistic for you?
Yeah. I mean, that's fine.
The other option is too, we had to do a one-off for you, which means I'd take that paid in full into like a payment plan and like to a split. So for instance, we just put down half of that $6,500. I'd give you 60 days to pay off that second half. That way it gives you time to get your business created, buy you a little bit of time, get your confidence, and then boom, you still save the $800. So that's if you didn't utilize any type of financing options.
Okay.
Now your payment plan, you don't have to put down that amount. You can always just split it up into 4 easy payments, which I think is, my math is a little bit off, but we did 7,300 and just broke that into 4 payments divided by 4. You're looking at $1,825 per month. So obviously the more of a down payment, the less reoccurring.
Yeah. Okay.
What's your thoughts on that?
And then so if you moved into that, or you finished the 4-month program, and if you eventually moved into the master program, there's additional costs for that.
Yeah, the master program is going to be at a discounted rate because you're already a student. So they give you a pretty generous discount. But at the mastery level, that certification is like high level. We're talking about Dutch testing, advanced level supplementation, gut health, the whole 9. So the cool thing about that is when you do move into mastery level, you'll have mastery level and certified coach for life. Like you'll have access to both those for life. And why that's important, because eventually when you sign on, let's say an assistant coach, you're going to be eligible to give up to 10 assistant coaches that advanced level certification, which is going to provide a massive value for your overall company. So that's huge as well. And then they also have that 3 times investment guarantee in mastery level as well. So that's what we're going to be teaching you about certain price points. We're going to bring on, like, usually when you're hitting about 8K, 8 to 10K, we're going to start bringing on a DMer. Usually when we're hitting about 10K a month on a consistent basis, we'll start running ads. And when you're hitting about 12 to 15K on a pretty consistent basis, that's when we start talking about bringing on an assistant coach. So it's going to be all dependent upon how many people that you want. So if you're a one-man show, you could expect to average anywhere between 30 to 60 clients on your own, depending how organized you are. Outside of that, once we get past 60, it starts getting a little overwhelming. That's when we're going to start bringing on some individuals to do some things for us.
Okay. So you have your own online coaching business too?
Yeah, I've been with the company for over 1.5 years. So I ran this over 1.5 years ago. It was called something different because back, ChatGPT and AI just happened like what?
Yeah.
3-4 months ago. So I didn't have access to this, which has drastically changed. But that's the cool thing about the program. As new things evolve, they're always updating the program, which is pretty cool. So for me, when I went through it, it was called Apprenticeship. It's about a 3.5-4 month program. I'd say at 4.5 months is when I was hitting 10K on a consistent basis. My goal wasn't to be take it as big as I possibly could. My goal was I wanted to hit about 15K a month because I just want to travel and spend time with my kids. So we're hitting 12 to 15K on a pretty consistent basis, depending the month. And then I also do this as well. So, and my wife's in healthcare. So we have about 3 streams of income coming in, which allows us to still be flexible, still have that time with our kiddos.
Yeah. How much time, like if you're hitting 12 to 15 a month, like how much time do you spend on a weekly basis
You'd be
with your
looking
clients?
You'd be looking at tops, spending maybe 35 hours a week. So probably drastically under what you're currently having to do.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
So now that you kind of seen anything, there's a lot to take in, right? Now that you kind of saw everything, do you feel like this checks off all your boxes?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, is there any resources I can read through, like how before, signing up, like just how it all works, like, kind of the modules you were going through?
Yeah, like you want like a review, like what we went over?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I can send you over a condensed video that my sales manager made. It's not as in-depth of what I did, but she goes through the modules like I did, kind of step by step. I can send that over to you as well. And I can also screenshot you like the guarantees and the averages and things of that nature as well.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great.
Now, outside of that, like, are you 100% confident, like your own skill set and abilities to follow through and execute the plans?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Are we in a good spot right now to where you can dictate that 10 to 20 hours per week to start making some moves towards your
Yeah, I don't think that's a problem.
online coaching business? Cool. I like that. Now, if this does have everything that you're looking for, and it's going to get us closer to spending more time with our kiddos and kind of remove yourself from having to do so many hours, is this something that you'd be looking forward to starting moving more sooner than later? Or what's your time frame?
Yeah, I mean, sooner than later. I mean, eventually I want to sell the business, the countertop business that we own, but that's going to take some time to get completely away from that because, depends on the market and buyers. But that's when I would be able to move completely 100% into this.
Yeah, and a lot of individuals, when they do come on, some of them just love their job and they have no intentions of wanting to leave, but now they're able to work when they want to, not because they have to, which is a nice feeling as well. And then they just slowly moving from originally they were working, 40 to 60 hours to now they were just working like maybe 10 to 15 hours here and there to pick up extra shifts.
Yeah.
That's because they still like what they were doing, but now they're again moved in toward their overall purpose, which sounds like what you're trying to do, just kind of moving toward that purpose.
Yeah, for sure.
What other questions you got for me?
So you have access to your one-on-one person pretty much anytime during the week?
Yeah, and another cool thing is if you were to move forward, you have the 24/5 tech support. So the only time that they have off is the weekends. That's just so they can actually give you like legitimate good business, right? Like a refresher. But majority of those coaches still answer questions on the weekends. But what I did when I was going through it, I texted my coach every damn day just because I could. I paid for it. I'm going to use it. So I'd ask them questions, and I'd also post that same question on the private Facebook group to see what other individuals would say. So the private Facebook group is cool because, say, for instance, I'm a little bit further along in the program than you. You might say, hey, I'm dealing with X, Y, and Z. How would you guys suggest moving about it? You'll have a ton of different people answering that question. It's really cool because you get different perspectives. One guy the other day, I think, posted something about what type of supplement can I put a guy on chemotherapy? That's something I'd never think to ask. But then you get these questions and you're like, damn, maybe I should write that down. It's pretty crazy. Like you'll see different stuff and people would be able to like walk you through it. And then also you're having those roster calls available. And then you're going to have those one-on-one coaching calls. So you're getting a ton of community touch points, which is going to be massive for your overall growth. So if you're going to invest that type of money, I would want to make sure that I'm trying to maximize everything possible to get my return of investment back.
Yeah. And so y'all help with like the original.
I think the main feature that I really enjoyed the most is the done. What'd you say?
You guys help with the initial leads and sales generation, I guess.
Yeah. So we're essentially showing you exactly like where to go. So as soon as you sign on, our full focal point is to get you clients. Okay. So we're going to show you, okay, are we going to do an intro post first? Are we going to do a scholarship? Or are we going to spend time getting the certification and the intro post? So depending on really where you're at and like the direction you want to take your business. Some people are like, I want to get certified first to feel more qualified. What I would say, if you're wanting to get that additional certification, which literally only takes 2 weeks, I tell people don't not do anything towards your business. Do like maybe 30 minutes on the certification aspect and then do about an hour's worth of moving towards your business. You don't have to be certified to actually start getting clients. So I say, treat it like you would in high school or college. You don't just have one class you focus on. You focus on multiple ones, but you prioritize the ones that can get you the greatest result, right? So if you're spending like 30 minutes a day on your cert for you, you've already been through some of this. It's going to be pretty review for you, man. Like you'll be able to fly through this thing, right? So maybe 30, 45 minutes a day on that, the rest building your business. So we're getting clients right out the gate. And as you're building your clients, we're building up those back end systems. And then we're showing you how to nurture and build those relationships. And then what resources do we need to do to start building on the online platform? So, engaging messages. Yeah.
Are you going through the module as you're already getting clients and stuff? You're just working through that? Yeah.
So it's not one of those things where you get on the course and you go through it and then execute. You're executing module by module.
Yeah.
So it's very systematic and specific. And then, like I said, the beautiful thing is when you click on those overview links, they automatically save to your Google Docs. So you'll always have those. And so if you're always like, if 1 month you're killing it and then the next month you're like, I'm not doing something I should have. What was that one thing? Usually it's in those foundational areas where we start getting a little bit too cocky. We stop doing the little things to get us, that got us that original client. So every once in a while I've had to check myself and be like, what am I not doing? Right. Once you get to a good spot where you're building a lot, like right now, to be honest, like my business, I maintain quite a bit because I have so many large local referrals. Like I got a ton. So for me, I don't have to really be on social media as much. It's a necessary evil when you first start out, but my local base is my bread and butter. So So let me ask you this. Sounds like this has a lot of things that you like. What would be your holdback from wanting to get rolling?
I mean, nothing really, just making sure that I have the time, setting things up for me that I have the time to put into it, at least being able to put the 10 to 20 hours in, which I don't think is going to be a problem. But I mean, I'm already putting that much time into my own workouts and everything, so it shouldn't be a problem.
What I would say to this, it might help you out a little bit. Talking about getting resourceful with your time. Prior to me doing all this, I was a master level in-person trainer for over 15 years. So I was training 40 people a week, 2 to 3 times a week. It was a shit show. So I was making a lot of money because I was private. So I was charging $150 per session, and I was pretty much working from 4:30 until 8:30. My wife was like, you need to be home. You got to be present. So that gave me the opportunity to do it. But what I was doing to get these modules done, when I was driving to the gym, I was popping in a module. When I was doing cardio before my workout, pop in a module, drive home, pop in a module. So by the time I actually got home, it was literally just me implementing what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
And then if my weeks got super busy, like you're going to have 1 or 2 days out the week where you're currently working at your current business and it's going to be like overwhelming. You're like, shit, I don't got time tonight. What I would do is I didn't train on Sundays. So I'd wake up before my kids, my wife, before church, do an hour or two where it's nice and quiet. And then the rest of the day, I'm going to church and I'm implementing family stuff.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't necessarily have 10 to 20 hours per week off the rip, let's just be realistic with our expectations. Can we still get you to 10K? Yeah, well, it'll take a little bit longer. If you can dictate even 5 hours a week, at least we're still moving the needle in the right direction. Think of your workouts, progressive overload. Everything is a small, settled change, whether that's increase in weight, increase in reps from week to week. That's what I want you to think of this as. So instead of maybe 4 months of you hitting 10K, it might take 6 based upon the time. But as you start getting more momentum, then you can start adding in more time and reducing your time from other places. We're not trying to add anything additional to your plate. We're just trying to maximize what you have available.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Do you feel like that's pretty realistic?
Yeah.
All right, you ready to do this or what?
I mean, I need to think about it. I need to talk to my wife about it.
Okay.
How do I get back in contact or
Yeah, that's what's
sign
going
up
to be next.
initially?
So what I'll do after this call, I got one more after you. I'm going to send you over the condensed presentation so you can kind of review that with your wife. So she understands like what's going on. I'll send you over the screenshots of the guarantee, the averages, things of that nature. I'll even send you over like the hype video so you guys can understand the premise of what it's all about, right? And then from there, if this is something that you want to make a move on, let's do it. And if your wife wants to hop on a call so she can ask me questions as well, I'm all about that. But let's check out our phone. Let's see what you guys got available. And let's go ahead and just schedule our next call.
We're leaving to Florida tomorrow and we'll be there for a week.
Okay.
But I mean, I'll have my computer and stuff. It's not like I'm unavailable.
Cool. Do you have any availability on what about Sunday?
This Sunday?
Yeah.
Probably so. Either early morning or like in the evening.
Cool. Are you EST? Is that correct?
Central. Yeah.
Oh, you're Central. Okay, cool. You're the same time as me. What about would you be open to 3 p.m. Central time?
We'll probably still be out and about at 3. Do you have anything a little later than that?
You let me know and I can plug it in.
Maybe around 5.
Yeah, 5 p.m. Central.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, let me put you in there now. I'm gonna put you in. Now your guys are going to be in Florida, so that is Eastern Standard, right? So you're still good with our normal time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to make sure I'm just going to put 5 p.m. Central. Cool. Got you logged in.
Where do you live?
Man. I'm in Omaha,
Oh, okay, cool.
Nebraska. So we're Chad in NLCA is really originally based out of Austin, Texas.
Yeah, I live 70 miles west of Austin.
Okay, that's actually where the next NLCA live event is going to be.
Oh, really?
So if you join the program, you're also eligible for the NLCA live event, which is great for networking, just getting an opportunity to like meet with some of those people and branch off and figure out how we can make this business even more profitable.
Yeah, I saw him in a Texas shirt. I was wondering if he was from Texas.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, man, I'm going to send that over, talk it over with your wife. If this is something that was good to go, let's rock it.
All right. Sounds good, man. Thanks for all the information.
Yeah, man. I appreciate your time. Have a good day, brother.
Yeah, have a good, safe holiday.
See you too, man.